What's going on, everybody? Look at what is on the ground. That is snow. And Victoria never gets snow, so it's crazy, and it's pretty cold out right now. Welcome to this channel. My name's Taylor. I make videos on YouTube all about RV lifestyle, travel, and happiness. And today we are going to be talking about which RV is best for you. So many RVs out there. Travel trailers, fifth wheels, Class A, Class B, Class C, truck campers, pop-up campers, and sometimes it's tough to make a decision. So today we're going to be looking at all of them, and I'm going to give you, in my opinion, some pros and cons of each so that it maybe helps you when you go to buy your RV. If you were like me when I first started shopping for RVs, you're thinking, what did you just say? Travel trailer, fifth wheel, Class A, J, K, what? I don't get it. Don't worry, I'm gonna show you. So this is a travel trailer. This is a fifth wheel. This is a Class C. This is a Class B, also known as a van camper. This is a truck camper. You better know what a truck camper is. I've only said the words truck camper a trillion times in my videos. And this is a Class A. So does it make a little bit more sense? Good. Today we are not going to be focusing on the brand of RV. So if you look behind me, it says Sundance. We're just going to be focusing on the type of RV that this is. So this is a travel trailer. Now let's talk about travel trailers. But first, let's roll the B-roll and make it cinematic. Okay, so the biggest pro of owning a travel trailer is the way that it hooks up to your truck. It's basically like a bumper style hitch. Now, depending on the weight of the travel trailer, sometimes you can get away with hauling them with, say, an SUV. You don't necessarily need to buy a truck to haul this trailer. Take, for example, this small travel trailer. You could easily hook that up to an SUV. I mean, you could probably pull this with a car. However, if you do have a truck, this hitch situation is fantastic for you because this hooks up by your bumper to your hitch, or I guess to your bumper sometimes, and then the box of your truck is completely free for storage. So it's great for bikes and kayaks when you're going on that road trip. You do need a vehicle to haul this trailer. So that can either be a pro or a con. A lot of people look at it, such as me, as a pro, because when you get to your campsite, you can drop this trailer, set it up the way you want, and then just take off with your own personal vehicle into town to get some groceries. It also can be a con because now you have two separate units. So you have insurance and registration on this, and insurance and registration on your own personal vehicle. Also remember, you do have wear and tear on a travel trailer. The tires, general maintenance, and so that in some people's eyes can be a con as well. When you hook a truck up to this, say this is a 30-foot travel trailer and your truck is about 15 feet, you're 45 feet. And so to get into certain areas is quite difficult. So this is about a 30-foot travel trailer, and this is where the front of my truck would be. So that's how long you are. Also, you'll notice I'm 6'2" and a little bit, and I noticed when I was shopping around for travel trailers, this is a common problem. The ceilings are quite low. And whether you're buying used or new, you can usually get a great deal on a travel trailer. They're great for taking the family and going on weekend trips. They're great for living in full time. They're quite spacious. One thing that you can't do with them, or that you're gonna have a hard time doing with them, is going way back in the woods, just because of their length, and boondocking. So if you're constantly driving around trying to find boondocking spots, or stealth camping, basically meaning you camp where you're not supposed to, this is going to stick out like a sore thumb. Okay, so next on the list is a fifth wheel. Let's go check out a fifth wheel. So now let's talk about fifth wheels. The number one pro in a fifth wheel is that you have so much space. Sorry. And you'll notice the way a fifth wheel is designed, you have a lot more space above you. So the roof of your camper is much higher. It gives a very open, very spacious feeling. And that is because of its design. And so in a fifth wheel, you have two floors, and usually up top in the front of the camper, you'll have your beautiful bed. The reason that there's so much space is simply because it's just taller. A travel trailer is about that size. A fifth wheel is just taller. Now the way a fifth wheel hooks up to your truck, it actually hooks up to a hitch that's located inside of your box. And I'll put a picture up right now so you can see. What that fifth wheel hitch does for you is it gives you a very strong connection point on your truck for more stability. So on a windy day, you're gonna have much less sway than you would with a travel trailer hookup. Now there are also a couple cons with a fifth wheel hitch. You need a truck because it hooks up to the box of your truck. You cannot pull this with an SUV. Because it hooks up to the box, now you no longer have storage in your box. You have to store everything either in your truck or in your RV, such as bikes or kayaks. Generally speaking, a fifth wheel is going to be heavier than a travel trailer. So if you have a half-ton truck, you may actually need to upgrade to a 3/4 ton or a 1-ton truck to haul this. And they're so big and bulky that mobility just makes it a little bit tough. So if you are going down to Vegas and you're gonna spend a few nights down in Vegas or coming up to Canada, wherever you're traveling, and you plan on staying a few months or a few weeks in campsites, then this RV is perfect for you. You have a ton of space in it. That was an awful example. What I was trying to say there is if you're gonna be staying at campsites a lot, then this is a great RV for you. If you're gonna be boondocking in parking lots and trying to get out into the woods, it's just gonna be so big and so bulky that it's gonna be harder to do that. All right, on to Class C motorhomes. So there's a few pros and cons with Class C motorhomes. So depending on how big your Class C motorhome is, maybe you're gonna have to get a tow vehicle, which is a little bit of a con because now you have two motor vehicles. So you have insurance, registration, wear and tear on both vehicles. But if you have a smaller Class C, such as this is probably only 25 feet. I personally wouldn't get a tow vehicle. I would just drive this around with me. And I know it'd be a little bit annoying, say you set up camp and then you gotta take off and go, but for me personally, that's not a big deal. Depending on what type of person you are, you may need a tow vehicle. Also, with the right size of Class C, you can really get yourself into some amazing spots, boondocking wise, and you know, certain parking lots, and you're not extremely noticeable. And my favorite part is when you're driving down the long, windy, dark road and you're starting to get tired, you can pull over to the side of the road and literally get up, cook some food, and go to bed. Whereas with me and travel trailers and fifth wheels, I have to actually get out of my truck and walk around to get into my camper. I really like that these seats are part of your camper. On to a Class A motorhome. My favorite, completely unnecessary for what I do, but oh my God, I would love to buy one of these. This is a, I'm so excited I'm choking. Oh, I mean, come on. You're driving through Zion National Park to get to Grand Canyon, and you have this high up overview of the beautiful landscape. You have this massive dash where you can put 3 kittens, 4 bunnies, and 2 dogs. Your beautiful girlfriend, wife, boyfriend, husband sitting there. You've got the family back here. It's almost like there's no cons. There is. You need a tow vehicle with this. I would not drive around to get groceries with this. So you need to buy a tow vehicle. This is expensive. This kind of RV is expensive. You got your insurance, your registration, your gas is expensive, your tires. Just to replace tires on a unit like this, expensive. There's absolutely no way that you would get this out in the woods, but if you bought this type of RV, that's not what it's for. This is a cruiser. This is from getting from state to state or province to province and really enjoying yourself and really feeling like you are bringing your home with you. What? And remember, this is with the slides in, so the space just doubles when the slides are out. Got your beautiful bed back here. But just like the Class C, when I'm done driving for the day, I simply get up and I'm at home. I make a nice cup of tea and I can go to bed. These are very spacious. They have a lot of storage. They have a lot of height, ceiling room. Remember, I'm 6'2", so a travel trailer is about here. And I'm on the AC unit. So a lot of height. It feels very cozy, spacious, and it really is a house on wheels. Say I'm having some, that's a nice light. Say I'm having some lunch here. I like to look out the window and be higher up. It just makes me feel good. It makes me feel cozy. If you don't live in it, or if you're not using it all year round, to find a place to put it, to store it, unless you have a good friend that has a little bit of land, that's also expensive. So it's just a big unit. Bigger it is, the more expensive it is to maintain and store, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So that is another con. Now on to a Class B or van camper. It was a close decision that I was gonna make. I was either gonna go with a Class B or van camper or a truck camper. I decided a truck camper. Let's go take a look at this van camper. Okay, this is so cool. Oh, I wanna buy this now. I actually have to say, I like this more than like the newer ones. Like, it just has so much character, and the heat's on right now. It's very cozy inside. You can take this anywhere you want. You can boondock anywhere. You can pull into a police station, sleep the night in their parking lot. That is the biggest pro, and that is why I seriously considered buying one of these. The reason I didn't buy one of these and I chose a truck camper was because I didn't know if I wanted to have to drive my home around with me constantly. With my camper, I can drop my camper and jump into my truck and go pick a beautiful girl up for a date, and she won't go, hey, you know, what's that camper sitting on your truck for? With this unit, it's very cheap to run. You don't need a tow vehicle, and all of your maintenance is just on one single unit, one single vehicle. So you only have, you know, these sets of tires, you only have one insurance, one registration. Fuel is generally cheap on those, on these, especially the new ones. A lot of them are coming out with diesel, and very, very cheap. This is the bed. You have a little dinette. I wouldn't be able to stand up here. That's a pro with the truck camper. It does have the height for me. It's about 7 feet mine, which we'll go and see in just a second. Would not be able to stand up in here. Now, some cons. Sometimes these van campers can be extremely expensive. I don't know how expensive this one is, but a new one is right around $100,000, so they can be quite pricey. It's almost like you pay more for a smaller unit and pay less for a bigger unit. It makes no sense, but that's kind of how the RV market works. Another con, once again, it's a small space and you have next to no storage. So if you have a lot of things, then this would not be the option you should take. So the question of the day is, what RV is best for you? That's an easy answer. It's a truck camper. So right now we are in my truck camper. If you're new to this channel, I own an Arctic Fox 990. It's a 2017. It has all the pros we were just talking about. This truck camper can lift off my truck and be left anywhere, such as a campsite, and then I can take my truck and go run errands. When it's loaded up on your truck, you can still tow something. You can still tow a boat or even another RV if you wanted to. I really enjoy when it's on your truck because you're higher up. So when you open the windows, you're kind of looking down. Have you ever seen a bed that cozy? It has the coziness factor. I love it. Also, you know how in the travel trailer, this roof is 7 feet because it's oval. You can actually see it right there. Oval. But obviously that's with this particular brand. And last but not least, it's very comfortable for me and I can go boondocking pretty much wherever I want. So that, guys, is why I say a truck camper is the best RV. Now, I have a full video on the pros and cons of a truck camper. Yes, there are cons, and I'm kind of joking, but I'm kind of serious when I say it's the best RV. It's totally up to you. Whatever you want with an RV, you know, you can kind of make your pick. But for me, the truck camper was the way to go. So with all that being said, I understand there are so many more pros and cons to each, but I know you guys have lives and I didn't want to keep you here for 40 minutes. And so those, for me, in my opinion, are the main pros and cons. Now, what I would really like for you guys to do is to comment in the section below what your pros and cons are. So say you own a travel trailer, a fifth wheel, I would love to hear it. And also for the viewers, the beginners that are tuning into this channel, they can see my video and say, oh, okay, so I learned a little bit, and then they can go down to the comment section and learn some more from the comments for their particular RV that they're really interested in. Guys, as always, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed that video. Gotta admit, it was kind of tough to make. I don't know why. I just didn't really know in my mind how much to put in or if I should take any out. I don't know. Hope you enjoyed it. There's tons more videos on the way. If you're new to the channel, there's lots of videos already. And as always, do me a favor and keep living that dream. All right? Bye-bye.